The pillows are fluff thanks to Miss Emily. The couch is wide enough, join the family. It's all love while we laugh at Bert's criminalities. Hey, 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 welcome to the Sofa Squad. Sipping from the cup at hey, hey, hey. Come laugh with the Sofa Squad. Can't roll my damn eyes hard enough. Oh, please, the puppies need me. Oh, oh, please, my body is rejecting none of that fancy credential stuff. I'm just here for the cringe binge. Hey, 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 welcome to the Sofa Squad. Sipping from the cup and hey, hey, hey. Come laugh with the Sofa Squad. Can't roll my damn eyes hard enough. Oh please, the puppies need me. Oh please, my body is rejecting none of that fancy credentialed stuff. I'm just here for the cringe binge. Hey, 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 welcome to the Sofa Squad. Sipping from the cup that hey, hey, hey. Come laugh with the Sofa Squad. Can't roll my damn eyes hard enough.
Hello, Sofa Squad. How's everybody doing? I hope y'all are doing well. I hope everyone's doing lovely. I hope everybody had a wonderful Sunday. Hello, Miss Emily. Hello, Miss Tux. Hello, Sofa Squad. I hope that y'all have had, like I said, a wonderful Sunday and a wonderful Monday tomorrow. A wonderful long weekend for those who are celebrating and have a long weekend. Thank you for the ones, everyone. Hey, Mac. Hey, Crystal. Hey, Ruby. Hey, Cheryl. Hello again, Emily. Oh, what is it? Hey, Heather Feather. Hey, BG. Hey, Northwest. Mama. Kimberly. Pardon me. So, I had myself a homemade hamburger with lettuce and tomato and all the stuff. And what else we have? Waffle fries and onion rings. Hey, Shayna. We just pigged out this evening. It was so good. Oh my gosh, it was so good. Went for a little hike this morning. Just, did video stuff, all, editing, all that kind of stuff. And then took a I didn't take a nap, but we went to see Final Destination, the new one. Yeah, it was so good. Oh my God. Gory, but good. Okay. Then I just watched the New York Scream. I don't know which one it was. Any mushrooms? I know, right? Can you imagine? Listen to this before we read the thing. Shayna sent this to me earlier. This is from one of the Facebook groups about Aaron, or whatever you want to call it. Now, I'll say this is from a Facebook group. This is not from although it is from the Australian being reported there, so it does look verifiable. But just consider this like secondhand tea. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So it has been revealed that the woman under investigation for her potential involvement in the death of 3 individuals due to toxic death cap mushrooms was convicted of 5 charges in 2004. The Australian exclusively reports that Aaron Patterson, 49, faced the consequences of a high-speed drunken rampage behind the wheel of an unregistered vehicle. Court records reveal that in 2004, Patterson, who was then known as Aaron Trudy Scudder, and age 29, faced legal consequences for her reckless actions, losing her license for 30 months after crashing her vehicle into the eastern suburbs of Melbourne while heavily intoxicated. Let's do real quick. Please, honestly, y'all. Hey, Culinary Crime. Hey, Natalia. Hey, Sandy. Hold on, I'm gonna look this up real quick. So, Aaron Trudy. It comes up as that. Scudder. Car chase. Oh yeah, we got Daily Mail, we got New Zealand Herald, we got The Australian, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh girl. She fled the scene, was fined $1,000. Okay, so yeah, y'all, and you and I can do so. I'm gonna pull up. Pardon me, excuse me. I've got Daily Mail pulled up, so let me read that one. It'll get like a little bit deeper into it. Where'd it go? Okay, so Mushroom Chef. They call her Mushroom Chef. Mushroom Chef Aaron Patterson crashed her unregistered car while speeding at 95 kilometers an hour before fleeing the scene. She lost her license over the crash. She was fined $1,000. I'm having my own crash out from a cheeseburger and French fries. Okay, so let me cut through all their stuff here. Okay, so Erin Patterson, 48, lost her license for 30 months in 2004 and was fined $1,000 for crashing her vehicle in eastern Melbourne, suburb of Glen Waverley, and for subsequent offenses. Ms. Patterson, who was in 29, was convicted of 5 charges in the Dandenong Magistrates Court September 7th, 2004, the newspaper reported. Hold on. Let's scroll down. The charges include failing to stop a vehicle after an accident, failing to give her name or address after causing property damage, using an unregistered vehicle on a highway, and failing to give her name or address when property was damaged. She reportedly submitted a breath test within 3 hours of the crash and posted a blood alcohol reading of 0.14%, more than twice the legal limit. However, a 6th charge related to that was struck out. When approached by the Australian, Ms. Patterson declined to discuss the matter. Her lawyer said our client does not have any comment for you on on a drink driving charge from 19 years ago. When asked directly, Ms. Patterson said, "My lawyer has told me not to talk to you." Okay, then it goes. I'm just seeing if it goes. Okay, so this. Excuse me. Let me tell you what. Let me go up here. When was this done? Hold on. Oh man, this is from 2023. So yeah, so this has been floating around there. So that's crazy. And yes, so the part that's crazy to me is like the all the charges that went along with it. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like she apparently like all that stuff she did there. I'm like, what? So yeah, there's just a lot going on with her. That's really. There's a lot going on there, right? Um, yeah, Brenda says it sounds like she has some sort of breakdown and turn off her rocker. Yeah, it just sounds like. See, I'd be curious to know. Well, what was the cause of this event? Like, did something take better? Did something take place, and she had this fallout? Then look at the current situation. We can kind of piece together some moments of, oh, this took place, and Simon said this, and Simon said, he put this on the thing and it made her mad, and so on and so forth. So you have to wonder, is this a pattern of hers of something takes place, she falls out, whatever, and then has like whatever you want to call these things. These are big things, right? Now it could have been as simple as she was drunk driving and tried to get away from the cops. You know what I mean? Not that I'm trying to downplay it, but it's like, yeah, but there was several charges, right? Yeah, hold on one second. I've got to go get my soda so that I don't sit here. I'm already coming in hot with my yawning. Hold on one second. I'll be right back. Let me grab a soda out of the fridge. Okay, sorry about that. We had to recalibrate the sofa up in here. We had to do a little recalibration up in here now. Okay, hold on. Okay, there we go. I'm all out of breath. Wore myself out. Lord have mercy. Let's crack this open and then get to going. So yeah, pardon me. So yeah, I mean that's just fascinating to me. Again, just all the psychological components that go with it. Please hold. Dr. Pepper's good too. What you got there? So I wanted to finish up because we have one more like little page of what do you call it? Like notes to catch up from the other day of testimony and stuff like that. Hey, Patty Cat. Good morning, Australia. Hey, True Crime Amanda. So we'll read these here, and it could be kind of a casual live, but I was like, I want to come on here and finish this to go into next week, or whatever. Luke, Bo, come. Luke, come. Luke, go on. Luke. Sorry. Hold on. Okay, sorry, I didn't mean to yell in y'all's ears. I thought I had it on mute. Sorry. I didn't mean to yell in y'all's ears. Luke. Yeah. And Matt was in the other room. Matt was going crack. So the two key words over the house are these. So for me, it's bed. They have two little things. These little they're actually kitty cat towers. But they're kind of like between the kitchen and this room right here. So they know if I say bed, if they go sit on it, they get a treat. And so they'll go up there and sit on it. If Matt says, oh, this is so cute. Bo just came running here with a saltine cracker in his mouth. It's as big as his head. Matt says, cracker, and that means they're like, oh, we get crackers. So they all ran into the bedroom, and then Matt brings them out here, and then gives each of them a saltine and that, whatever. And then they're going to sit here and just all go to their little stations and eat. So anyways, they'll be barking again here in a minute. Luke's fixated on something with the front door, but it's a holiday weekend, and there's just like people around and doing stuff. And the dogs don't like people to people. You know what I'm saying? They don't like all that now. So anyways, but yes, we're going to do the last page of things, and we'll just kind of talk after that and whatnot. So let me pull them up over here. Please hold. Where'd they go? Shibba doop doop. I just had them up. Email. Okay, there it is. Okay. So Friday, May 23rd, 2025. So it starts off with legal discussions. The jury has yet to be brought into the courtroom. They began talking to new witnesses. Professor Stephen Warlow, a director of intensive care at Austin Health, where the lunch guests were treated. The doctor recalls Don Patterson arriving at the hospital. Professor Warlow, I can't pronounce it. It's a weird sounding last name, the way it's spelled with a couple of L's and R's. I'm like, Warlow. So we'll call it Warlow. Professor Warlow helped treat Don and Gail Patterson and Heather and Ian Wilkinson. Don Patterson was the first patient to arrive on July 31st after being transferred from Dandenong Hospital, where he'd been diagnosed with acute liver failure. Professor Warlow says Don was brought to the Austin because it had a liver transplant service. He says Don was critically unwell and on life support with severe liver injury and liver failure. He had severely high indicators, and his blood clotting measures were grossly abnormal, including a buildup of acid and ammonia in the blood. Now, pausing real quick, this is the thing here. Think about how fast that happened. Like, that's what scares. Hey, KC, that's what that scares me. Well, it scares me, but freaks me out. Whatever. With how quickly they went into just full on bam liver failure. Like, we are boom. You know what I'm saying? Like, that part just blows my mind. Hey, Jenny, um, that part blows my mind. I can't, right? So let's keep going. Okay. Okay. No, that's not the one. Let me get rid of this one because I keep clicking it thinking it's the thing. Here it is. Okay. So Professor Warlow says a range of tests were carried out to try to find any other possible causes from Amanita mushroom poisoning, like viruses, but none other were found. He says Don received multi-dose a- activated charcoal to try to remove the Amanita poisoning from the bowel and other drugs to try to counter the effects of the poison. He described the treatment as a lot of very intense treatment. Don continued to deteriorate despite the aggressive treatment. We were very, very worried about his progress. He was getting worse, Professor said. Don Patterson received a liver transplant. Professor Warlow says over the following days, Don continued to deteriorate. His circulation was increasingly compromised and his bowels stopped working. Don had received a liver transplant, but Professor Warlow says he got relentlessly worse and it became clear he was dying. He passed away on August 5th with multiple organ failure. I mean, my goodness, they even gave the man a liver transplant and it wasn't enough. That is insane to me. Again, I cannot fathom how sick he was. I cannot fathom how they must have felt. For that to be that instant, that is crazy. Please help. Oh, I mean, I guess when you're that sick too, and you're like unconscious, or they may be putting you in a coma, that kind of stuff. That's, I mean, that would be the only saving grace because if you were like the part where, in my mind, I associate them being awake and aware of feeling that horrible. You know what I mean? So it's like that's the part that I'm like, I can't imagine. Okay, so let me go back to here. Okay, here we go. So Gail Patterson arrives at Austin. So Professor Werlau was transferred on July 31st, also critically ill. Wait, hold on. Okay, transfer Gail. Okay, I got it. She received the same treatments as Dawn. By the next day, she was rapidly deteriorating in advanced stages of multiple organ failure and advanced shock. Professor says her liver stopped working by August 2nd. She was on everything we had, he says. He says they considered a liver transplant but didn't conduct one because the senior specialist believed she was too sick for surgery. Oh, God bless her. He says the blood had stopped flowing to Gil's bowel and that section had died. She died on August 4th. Heather Wilkinson's treatment detailed. Professor says Heather was transferred on August 1st with very similar symptoms to Don and Gail. She was critically ill with multiple organ failure and was on similar treatments as the Pattersons. By August 2nd, she was rapidly deteriorating. Let me get over here. There were discussions about a liver transplant, but she also was too unwell. It became very apparent that this was not survivable. She died on, she died on August 4th. Ian Wilkinson was last to arrive at Austin. Ian came on the same day as Heather with similar symptoms, including acute liver failure. Professor says he was on ventilation and was critically ill. By August 2nd, Ian was extremely unwell and continued to deteriorate, needing support for his circulation. On August 4th, the acid in Ian's blood was higher. Professor says Ian started to slowly improve from August 5th and was off ventilation by August 14th. I mean, hearing what they went through, it's a literal miracle that the man's alive. Ian was eventually sent to Heidelberg Hospital and was discharged. Professor says Ian came very close to dying. Professor says treatments not 100%. Hold on, let me say it again. Professor says that treatments are not 100% effective. The Professor Warlow is asked to explain why Amanita mushroom poisoning diagnosis was made on the basis of mushroom consumption and no other cause being identified. He reveals the hospital had no test that specifically identifies Amanita toxin. The treatments are not 100% effective, and there's a high mortality rate even with optimal care. The court takes a break, and then they go and come back. Please hold. Please hold. Mm. That is good. The defense has no questions for the professor, so he's finished. He's finished. Digital forensic expert with Victoria Police, Shaman Fox Henry, gets back on the stand. Remember, we went over his stuff yesterday, or day before. Police digital expert resumes giving evidence. So Fox Henry is the witness who took us to the group chat messages. Oh, wait. Images taken from Aaron's tablet and other data, including searches. Prosecutor Jane Warren is taking him back through the phone report. They clarify times within the report, and then court is adjourned. Is that it? Wait, I think that's it. Yeah, hold on now. Let me find y'all. And I'm just reading. I'm catching up on your comments real quick. Yeah, Anne brings up a good point and says, I imagine he has to be extra careful with his liver for the rest of his life. I mean, honestly, right? Because, hold on, you know how, like, when you get some kind of like a transplant, whatever it is, where it's like you have to take, and I don't know what they are, what this stuff is called, but where you have to take those drugs and whatnot, whatever the stuff is, so your body won't reject what it is. So imagine, I mean, number one, if you were pretend that they had survived, the ladies. I mean, can you imagine like how delicate that would have been? But then, like with him, with Ian, like you said, I mean, you're gonna have to be extra careful. Pardon me. Okay, Kimberly says my boyfriend's dad had a liver and kidney transplant and recently died because the anti-rejection stopped working. He was not ready to die, but towards the end, he was in crippling pain and kept him heavily medicated. Oh, bless his heart. My gosh. I remember, and Anne says, ask another question I was wondering too, how they get a transplant so quickly. I don't know how it works down there. I have no idea how it works down there or over there or whatever. He went into failure twice. I mean, my gosh. Yeah, see, that's the thing. It's like I remember when I was at the doctor one time, and this is a while ago. Well, it depends. Like, but this particular place, it was like at this time when you went to go like draw blood, you went to a specific place in the hospital to do it, and it's just like routine stuff. Long story short, I was waiting in this area with a dude who was there who struggled with conversation, who had, I want to say, had a heart transplant. And now this was I don't know his personal situation, but I just remember thinking, like, this is the younger looking person, right? Not like this was a younger looking person. But he was talking to me about all the stuff he had to do and take. And at that point in time, I had no idea, that you had to go through all that kind of stuff just to maintain, and like it's a miracle if your body takes it, if that makes sense. It doesn't, that you can do that and then maintains it. It's a lot. What do we got? You want to come say hey? They're playing with this right now. Go get the ball. Okay. Now let's get up here real quick, and I want to look some stuff up. Please hold. Okay, now where? Okay, hold on. I'm gonna read this over here. Please hold. Okay, I'm gonna read this article here. This is from News ABC News in Australia by Chris Christian Silva, Thursday, May 22nd. Aaron Patterson mushroom trial shown messages describing husband Simon as a deadbeat and criticizing his family. Aaron Patterson allegedly described her extended family as a lost cause and said she wanted nothing to do with them, according to online messages 8 months before the fatal lunch at her home. Facebook messages between Ms. Patterson and a group of online friends were shown to her to the triple murder trial Supreme Court on Thursday. Evidence also included pictures of mushrooms from a digital tablet from Ms. Patterson's home. Okay, where'd the things go? Before the lunch, Miss Patterson had fallen out with her estranged husband, Simon, the son of Donna Gale. The pair had argued about finances and child support payments, the trial heard. One message said, "This family, I swear to effing God," Miss Patterson allegedly wrote in the group chat on December 6, 2022, using the Facebook account Aaron. "Nobody bloody listens to me. At least I know they're a lost cause." The messages to the chat group continue, the court heard. So anyway, and I'm quoting her again, or allegedly her, you know what I mean? So anyway, I sent a group message to them all last night saying how Simon's behavior is unconscionable and asking me to withdraw the child support claim is wrong and disadvantages me and his children, and how dare he, etc. One message read. Another, "I'm sick of this ish. I want nothing to do with them," says another part of the message. Another one, "I thought his parents would want him to do the right thing, but it seems they're concerned about not wanting to feel uncomfortable and not wanting to get involved in their son's personal matters or overriding that, so F them." In another exchange the following day, Ms. Patterson allegedly wrote, "I don't need anything from any of these people." Now another one. "His mom was horrified I had claimed child support. Why isn't she horrified her son is a deadbeat that had no choice but to claim?" The messages were retrieved by police from a mobile phone after the fatal lunch, the trial heard. Boom, 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 boom. Hold on, I'm just reading down that much. Okay, that's irrelevant. Okay. I'm just scanning this to see the information that's not. Again, that's it for that. Okay, now this other thing. Okay, that's money stuff. Okay, then. Okay, boom, 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 boom. Okay, then this, then this. Okay, hold on. I'll come back to y'all before we get into this next one. Okay. So, I mean, we already knew that she felt a certain way, but it's like, you know, I don't know. I mean, because part of me, because she seems so like excessively normal, if that makes sense. Like, I think that's the reason why I have such a hard time wrapping my mind around like her being like, "I'm gonna, do some purpose or whatever," and to how messy she was with it. But like hearing like the messages and if like, "Yep, that's true. This is that." I mean, you hear how she feels about him. So just reading that right there, it's like, yeah, you know, she couldn't stand him. She probably wanted to kill his parents. I mean, it makes you kind of wonder if she's sitting back here, like, even though she did all this, like, I got my, I might be in court right now, but I got what I wanted. I got my revenge or whatever it is. She might have felt disdain towards all of them. It's just like, okay, she's viewing it like, and again, I don't know personally, but it's like, if we go based on that, okay, she thinks Simon's a deadbeat. She's doing the child support thing, and she's like, "Oh, the parents didn't want me to do this, that, the other, whatever." It's almost like the final "fu." I mean, I don't know. Hold on. Where is the battery to the thing? Because it's heating me up. Oh, it's over here. Okay. Pardon me. Hey, boys. Okay, now hold on. Now over here, we have the Aaron Patterson Reddit group. So let's see here. Okay, now this person up here, this is 4 days ago, asked SBO 1912 says, how could you plan a murder for 12 months and do such a ishy job of it? She had access to Google FFS. And then this person says, Fly Rennie responds, seems like she was blinded by resentment and anger. From the messages shown today, she was definitely harboring angst for them, and it appears as though the family had really been taking advantage of her financially. Think about it. You lent $800K to your husband's siblings with no interest. Further down the line, things start getting rocky. After all the money she's lent to support her in-laws, her husband's parents seemingly won't support her in the child, pardon me, in the child support dispute. Okay, this is an interesting perspective here. Simon changes his status to separated, which adds even more tension and went against their current financial agreement. Her son also says he hates staying with his dad. The in-laws keep telling her to pray it away without actually assisting her. All the while, repayments for the loans she made to the in-laws were apparently paid back to Simon, not Aaron. So now, yes, turning this around to try and look through this perspective of that, you know what I'm saying? Now, I'm not trying to say it gives reason or whatever, but it's like you can start to kind of piece together like a, pardon me. Okay, where'd she go? Hold on. Okay, then let's go down here what they finished saying. This is kind of a long post this person wrote. For people who are just joining, I'm just reading a couple of Reddit posts. This person's kind of describing maybe their theory or whatever on why she did it or her train of thought. Okay, so they continue. To top it off, she's not invited to a birthday party and she feels slighted. Obviously, it doesn't justify what she did. They did not deserve the harm towards them, but we are starting to see a clear picture of how she might have been feeling. Personally, this wasn't an accident. And I'm not trying to defend her, but I'm starting to see why she was mad. And then this person says, edit to say, completely my own theory, not based on evidence, but how hopeless must you feel to think that killing your in-laws is the only way out? I wonder if she had thought about, firstly, divorcing him, and secondly, suing the in-laws for her money back. Distancing yourself and pursuing the family legally would have been my first option, but that's just me. Then this next person says, Stonefree261 says, she reset the phone remotely after police took it for evidence. I mean, that's not sus at all. I mean, this is true. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. That part right there, there's so many little things like that. It's like resetting the phone while they have it in their possession or whatever is just like, I don't know. It's funny. Hey Jenny, how's it going? Okay, where did the thing go? Where did it go? Here it goes. Okay, so you reset the bit and on a bit incompetent by police. The device should have been stored in the bag. Okay, then Insta Squid says, as others have said, there's no one piece of evidence motive. It's not like she Googled how to murder my ex-in-laws that I hate for these reasons. But geez, all these little things certainly paint a picture of someone who's either guilty or really, really unlucky and a little bit dumb. I mean, that's the thing. There is so many, no pun intended, it's just not really cut and dry because there's so many layers to this going on. So many different layers to it. Okay, now where's the next one? Let's see here. Expensive Horse 5538 says, at this point, the trial is pretty much an episode of how not to get away with murder. Yeah. Alarm First says, who hasn't called their ex a deadbeat and worse? She's guilty, but this isn't a gotcha. I mean, and this is true too. I mean, oftentimes too, and that I think another thing that's tricky with this case is because two things can be true at one time. Like somebody could be doing, this, that, and the other, whatever, but it doesn't make them guilty of murder. Hey, Audra, how's it going? Come here. And so, yeah, just because Aaron's sitting here saying, I can't stand, this, that, and the other, and blah, 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 blah about him and whatnot. I mean, yeah, again, you add it all up together, and then just her method of madness, I guess. I don't know. Let's see what these people say on here. Admirable Site 9817 says, I mean, the guy only paid $40 a month in child support. That's what you pay when you don't have a job. He also took half her inheritance, and half the money his siblings borrowed was being repaid to him. It doesn't excuse murder, but I do get the feeling he's a deadbeat. Oh, let's read what people said about this. Hold on. Let's read some replies. This person says both things can be true, that he's a deadbeat and that she's allegedly a murderer. In my experience, toxic people do tend to find each other often. The person says these poor kids. Then this person down here says, and wouldn't pay for school fees for a school him and his family wanted the kids to attend, and wouldn't even help pay for medical expenses. Yes, financially he sounds like an asshole of an ex that seemed kind of controlling to have, but I feel like the son's description of going to the father's house was the deadbeat parent part. I would hate to have any of my children describe me like that. And then this other person says, yeah, I can see why she was angry. And then, where is it? And then this person says, so it would be worse for them to describe you. And then it says, it would be worse for them to describe you as a triple murderer, though, wouldn't it? They got 2 negative votes on that one. Then this person says, General Carpenter says, I'm starting to wonder if she's the kind of person who has let people walk all over her. Loaning that amount of money to people is just plain crazy. And Fly Renee responds by saying, I have a feeling that it might have been a case of wanting to be accepted into the family, wanting to fit in. She must have been in a good place mentally and relationship-wise to lend that kind of money. Also, I think she didn't have much close family, and her parents had died, so she really only had her in-laws and kids. Now, that brings up another good point, too. Like, so imagine that dynamic of it, like the psychological part, where she's almost trying to, almost like, for lack of better terms, buy a friendship, and then these people reject you. So, Simon does the whole thing of, I'm separated, and what have you got? Hold on. Bo. And what do you got? Oh, no, we don't do that. This is mine. No. No growl. He's chewing up my heating thing. No. No growl. No. Good boy. Oh, sorry. Northwest brings up a good point. Simon never wanted a divorce. Aaron was the one who left each time. A witness says she sounds like a user, in my opinion, a person who uses others for selfish gain. Yeah, I agree with all these things. I literally think, pardon me, I literally think that, like, this is one of the situations where so many things are true at one time. And I think also that with her, I mean, there's just no telling. I just think that she's kind of somebody who, if you were able to, and I don't even know what you would call this, but if you were able to, like, scan a person's brain and just get the true, you've seen everything that they've done or whatever, I think that we would, and especially people who knew Aaron, would be like, I have no idea who this is. They did A, B, and C. What are you talking about? You know what I mean? Like somebody who creates this facade. Now she does, and I mean, again, I'm trying to think of, like, see, obviously none of us know each other, but I'm trying to think of examples, almost like in other crime cases that we've looked at. When you run into the types that take the stance that Aaron kind of seems to. I'm a victim. Everyone's this and that. Feel sorry. Let me cry. The behavior panel did. I think it's the behavior panel. Correct me if I'm wrong. Did one of their things on her. You know what I'm saying? Like how they do on cases. I need that. You know, I'm gonna listen to that tonight. That's what I'm gonna listen to. Yeah, it's Bo and Luke. Luke. Uh-uh. Luke has to learn. Luke has a little biting, growling issue that he'll do. Uh-uh. No. Good boy. Good boy. And Bo's just happy to be, you know, invited to the party kind of a thing. He's sitting here face playing with Jake. So sorry. So back to Aaron. So yeah, they did a thing on her. I want to watch that tonight. But that whole thing, I'm a victim, feel sorry for me. Oh, look at all these tears I have. Da, 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 da. When people who use that as currency, and again, I'm not trying to say this from a psychological standpoint, I'm talking about what that makes me feel like as a person who's had people try and use that on me. You know what I'm saying? And like it's at varying different stages in life where it's like, you know, when you're younger and you just go along with, and it's like, or you don't know yet, versus now where you can like, you know, you have, you know what I mean? Like you've been like around a little bit longer, you can spot that behavior and be like, oh, wait a second, you know, this is what this is, right? But you know, like I can think of situations where I'm, you know, when I was younger and Jake, when I was younger and, I mean, you just don't know, you're just learning things. And so when somebody uses that type of stuff, you know, those type of manipulative behaviors, you either fall for it or, ow, hey, you just want to you want them to go away. So you give them what they want and you just move it along. So to me, Aaron strikes me as one of those people. That's what I'm getting at. You're running circles around whatever to spit it out, but she strikes me as that type person. And so when those type people, in my experience, don't get what they want, and whether you call them out or whether you just don't give them what they want, they don't know what to do with that. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't know what to do with that. They're kind of like, huh? You know, what? And they get angry. And they kind of revert to that. And so with Erin, I just think she was that type of person. I think she used that as her currency. And that's what she did, and that's what she got away with. And it is what it is. Somebody says, I repel those people. I'm too confrontational. I love that. I love that. Now I just try and like stay away. You know what I mean? Like if I start sniffing that kind of stuff, I'm like, you know, I don't want. Because too, think about like the older you get, the more stuff you have going on. You know what I'm saying? Where you're just busy with stuff. You know, whatever your own stuff is. Oh, thanks, Nadian. Rub his ears. They settle it works. You know what? Let's try. Saddle. He's like, after I eat my brother's face off first. Hey. Saddle. Jake. Wait, hold on. We just did that. I told Matt, I said, call Jake. He went, crackers. The boys, what time is it? It's almost 9. So they get, it's just like, you know how kids get when it's like they're tired and up or whatever. Well, Jake's still very puppy, even though he's like a year and a half older than them. So he gets the three of them going right here, and it's like he needs to just go away. And then these two can be more chill because they'll find their way. But will sit here next to me. Luke will sit at my leg and they'll go to sleep. But when you introduce another dog into it, plays. So anyways, I know, yeah, no, my Bandit 16 having gravity issues lately with the blood. Oh, I'm sorry, Bandit's mom. I saw somebody comment above. So yeah, Sherry Papini stuff comes on tomorrow night, y'all. So here's the drill. Let's talk about this while it's on my mind. It's on my mind. It's on my mind. I believe it is a 2-night situation. It's like the 26th, 27th. Obviously, and I don't know how it will work if I have to wait till the next day to see it. I got to do all my little homework tomorrow on it. What I'm getting at, though, is like maybe say Wednesday night we'll do a live chat and we'll talk about it. Then I already talked to Kathy over at Gossip Rumor, and she's going to come on, and her and I will dish on it. So I figured we could do that, depending on her schedule, obviously, maybe over the weekend, right? Because like she's going to be a blast to talk to that about. Now, okay, the thing I was just talking about the victim stuff. Case in point. Okay, case in point, Sherry Papini. I mean, come on, right? Hard, but okay. If you look at the different types, look at what we've seen of Aaron. And when I say Aaron, so Aaron Patterson, the one we're talking about in this case, the mushroom. Okay, what I'm talking about is remember how when Aaron did those interviews out in front of her house when she wasn't arrested yet, and she was doing the crying and the tears and acting like a wounded little bird that fell out of the nest. Okay, so that's the way that Aaron does that energy to me. Sherry Papini to me is delivering the same, not energy, but like she's trying to serve up the same plate with a different energy. Because Sherry comes off as way more like, how do you even say it? I mean, just like even her little clips that she was doing where she was like, I'm going to get ridiculous because this is just ridiculous. Ugh. And the fake crying and she almost gets angrier. Like, I don't know how to describe it, but what I've seen of her, she gets more like frantic, more manic. And I think that Aaron probably does too, but it's like they each just sell it in their own unique way, but it's the same stuff, right? It's that same gross stuff. And I think we're going to see a plethora of that in Sherry's stuff. She's going to come out with her story, whatever it is. It doesn't really even matter. It's just like when Casey Anthony, oh, yeah, right. Shannon was onto it. Shannon says, and Casey Anthony, yes. It's just like when Casey Anthony came out with that whole docuseries where she's like finally gonna tell the truth, and it was like you just like basically blamed your dad again. I mean, it did basically. I mean, that's what she did. And she was so serious about it too. And also, so the thing too is Sherry's had several years to dissect this and go over stuff and see what people are saying about it, and then kind of come up with a counteractive, a counteractive story. North says, does Boone have a hearing this week in family court? I do not know. I do not know. I should talk to Tanika and see if she come on and do like a oh wait, hold on. Nope. Oh wait, that's your toy. Okay, there you go. Boing. Like a dishing session because to get caught up on that because she follows the family court stuff really close. Boone family court 29th. Okay, see you next week sometime then. Positive for Casey. She didn't have any more kids. I know, right? Well, you saw how short-lived that whole boyfriend situation was in Tennessee. Hey, Sheena. I mean, she went and destroyed that. And I'm not trying to say that the husband didn't either. Obviously, complete participant in that. Takes two to tango type situation. But now it's like, I mean, I'd love to know, like, did the wife take him back? I mean, he literally chucked his wife out the front door. Um, oh, Deb says, "Hey, Deb, Danica says she would do a collab with you, Paul." Oh, that's awesome. Oh, yeah, I need to ask her. I should be getting my studio set back up. When I should be, but the first week of June. And so when I do that and I can be in a more controlled environment, I want to get back to having like people on. You know what I'm saying? Which is fine to do here or whatever, but I mean, you see the dogs can start barking. Me on the sofa, while it is very comfy, I'm gonna have to find a middle ground because it immediately puts me to sleep. Like it puts me. I'm honest. Well, see, it's different if it's starting off in the daytime. Because I was getting ready to say, I'm honestly nervous for Lori's trial coming up in the way of like, I'm like, I am getting really bad about just dozing off on the sofa. But that starts off during the daytime. Hey, Lost Ronan, how's it going? Wait, hold on. Oh, just a lazy gamer. Yes, yes, yes. Hey. Uh-uh. Luke. 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 Uh-uh. Luke. No. I mean, hold on. Y'all. Yeah, Luke, I am your father. Wait, hold on. Lost Run and says, "Hey, wait, hey, Paul Osgood, I'm starting my 3. Woohoo! Congratulations! I hope you are having. I hope the new job's going well. I hope you're enjoying it." So, Brenda, Lori's trial is supposed to start first week of June. They're going to start doing. If I'm correct, y'all help me out here. They're going to start doing jury selection. I think at the end of this week, right? Or is it the first week of June they start jury selection? Oh, Shannon says we start aggression training on Tuesday with my dog that bit my face. Yeah, Luke. Now Luke hasn't been in specific aggression training. But I mean he's a biter. He will bite. So that's why I'm like, really trying to desensitize him to I can tell he's calming down since the neutering, but also I mean he was first few days he was on drugs. But yeah, I'm curious to see how that goes, Shannon. Because Luke might end up having to be in a more like serious training than like Bo, who's like, we'll learn how to sit and roll over and that kind of stuff. But Luke is, when I took him to the reaction class, he's fine. He does good in front of people, like when it's like, oh, I better do my thing here. Like these are strangers. I'm gonna, put on a good show. You get him home? Mm-mm. Nope. June 2nd. Okay. Okay. Thank you. Luke does. So, yeah, Luke witnesses, does Luke love his little tummy scratch? He actually does. So, they're both, I mean, I guess any dog is like this, especially when ones that you can just pick them up. So, both him and what's his name, Bo, are vocal in the way of, if I'm going to go do this, and they don't like it, they'll growl. Bo's is more like a normal dog of being like, hey, I don't like that. I'm giving you a little warning. But also mixed in with their puppies. And so they're not learning, you know what I'm saying? Like how puppies are until they learn, oh, you don't do this with humans or whatever the case. But what I'm getting at is Bo's more like, I know how to deal with people on the doggy subconscious level. Whereas Luke is more like, oh no, you're gonna pick me up while I'm trying to get this thing that I want over here. Well, I'll just bite you, or like, oh, we're gonna play. Well, I'm gonna bite you like I would my brother, like in a playful way. Like he doesn't have that. It's like a complete disconnect. So like if Luke's sleeping, I can't just pick him up because he will go ballistic. Um, but if I'm like, hey Luke, wake up, you're kind of like gentle with him. So I'm hoping with the neutering and the training that he will grow out of that. Somebody says, I'm glad my dogs didn't bite. I had big dogs when I was younger, Huskies and Rottweilers. Yeah, right. Yeah, you don't want them biting for sure. Yeah, Shannon says, in fairness, if someone wakes me up, they better be wearing a helmet, right? Same. Yeah, that's what we'll do. Because like, even if Bo's sitting here next to me sleeping and I go pick him up, he'll just kind of grumble like, "Rrr." But Luke will immediately go into like growling, like, I'm warning you, I'm getting ready to bite you. And it's like, no, bro, no, that's not how that goes. Luke has also masterminded. So right now I'm not going to do the camera because the kitchen's messy from where we did dinner and stuff tonight. I have a wall of, when I say sleeves of Diet Cokes and sodas, I have a wall of them on the kitchen counter because Luke knows how to go from either the sofa to a desk to the kitchen counter, or from a sofa to a chair to a desk to the kitchen counter, to the point that I've had to put a wall up because it's all he does. Like when like if you're over there doing something, he's like, oh, we're in the kitchen now. Okay, I'm just going to stand on the counter with you. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I'm like, no, we can't do that. When we want something, we don't just come get on the counter. He's like a cat. He's like a little cat. It doesn't matter how many times I say no. He's like, that's just what we do in here. So, but some of that is very situational to being here right now, right? Because like the way the kitchen, its area set up, it's like there is no way the desk have to be there. I know it is fun. So my thing with him is I get ticked off because I'm like, he's gonna fall off the counter. He's gonna fall off the counter. You know what I'm saying? Like, so you just had to make sure there's nothing that he can get like bad up there right now. But yeah, he'll just jump on the counter and stand there, and he's just kind of like looking at you like, hey, what's up? Like, absolutely not a completely normal situation. It's so funny. And Bo cannot do that. Bo's not that swift, if you will. Bo's the cute one. That's what Matt and I have determined, that Luke is the brains behind the operation, the angry, aggressive brains, and and Bo is the pretty face of the operation. Bo gets them in the door, right? And then once they're in the door, Luke starts scheming, and he's like, "Ooh, okay, I see the treats from the counter. We can get up there this way. You go distract the humans with cute little Yorkie play. I'll get on the kitchen counter." On a black line road, somebody said 2 cheese, and I never want to cheat again. They see a raindrop, and it's no, oh crap, I mean, for real. That is so true. That is so true about the Chihuahuas. Yeah, culinary crisis. My sister had a massive mix that would climb on her table or coffee table and just sit on it like it's normal. Yeah, that's, I think, the funniest part was like when you come in, they're like just sitting there, and it's like, what? I mean, that's it. We have cameras to watch when we're gone. But what's funny is, as much as like Bo and Luke want to kill each other half the time, the cameras, they sit here snuggled up together the whole time we're gone. Or Jake and Oliver, they'll each switch off and they'll snuggle one another. Um, it's so funny to watch them, but then you get here and it's like they want to kill each other, and it's like, I know you're cool with each other. You've been in a ball all day sleeping. Oh, that's how it is. But don't catch on Yorkie Bell and a miniature string count on it. Very hard to believe they're sisters. I know, right? I know, right? Michelle says if he climbs the tree, time to get scared. I know, for real. Honestly. Oh, that's so cool, Jenny. Yeah, now they're in the room playing or whatever. Jenny says, my chi expected to be where I was and expected to eat what I want to eat in the bathroom, whatever. Yep, 100%. Bo and Luke, whenever I get up, I mean, well, first of all, I sleep with a CPAP machine, the big, the kind that I call it the Darth Vader mask. So Bo at least knows the noise that it makes when I take it off because it's like silent and all of a sudden it's like, shh. I mean, immediately up. Immediately up. And Bo's like, where are we going? Where are we going? What are we doing? And it's like I get up and they both do 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 do, and they follow me from the bathroom to the sofa. And if I get up from the sofa, they're like, okay, are we going back in the room? What are we doing here? But this morning at 7:15, Luke's, I'm talking barking. You know how like a dog would do if another dog, or if you like step like the dog's under the covers and you do something and the dog will growl. Um so Luke did that to, I don't know what dog it was in there. Well, that immediately made Luke like, oh my God, I'm going to bark at the bed until you come out from under the covers. And I mean, 7:15. Now, mind you, I'm getting ready to like go hiking and like do all this type of stuff or whatever. I mean, barking and barking and barking. And Oliver or whoever it was shaking, they're like, dude, it's too. We don't roll like that. They're like, you and your dad might do that at your place. No, we don't. We don't do this. This is not 7:15 a.m. behavior over in this place. Okay. I mean, oh Lord. Oh, but yeah. So let's do some. Let's fluff the pillow. Somebody suggested calling it. So wait, someone's doing fireworks. My 7-pound dog is trying to stomach it. Oh Lord, I forget about fireworks. So tomorrow's video is going to be on the Lori Daybell's hearing for the other channel, the Are You Over It hearing. And then I recorded a big video just reading through emotions and kind of like talking about what I wanted to talk about with them, all the plethora of emotions. I don't know if maybe tomorrow night was tomorrow night because we're getting ready to get ready for a trial. Maybe tomorrow night's live we'll do the motions, the Lori Daybell motions. Bye, Lost Ronan. Encino, man, it's so good. Oh my God, I remember that. It brings me back. And then that'll give court a couple of days in Australia to catch up so that we can do our, reading through that and whatnot. So, and then it's going to be June 1st or 2nd, whatever that week is. We're going to jump in on the Lori Daybell stuff. Luke, what you doing? Hey, yo, what you doing, buddy? Okay, so anyways. So, you know what? Let's look it up real quick. Please hold. Let's look up Sherry Papini. Hey, hey, hey. Welcome to the Sofa Squad. Shooby dooby dooby. Hey, hey, hey. Welcome to the Sofa. What is it? Oh. Sherry Papini is blaming someone else for her kidnapping. Here's why. Lord. Okay, Papini is making her claims in an explosive new 4-part docuseries. Sherry Papini called in live, preparing on ID on May 26th and streaming on Max. Okay, so please hold. So, wait, I already forgot the name of it. This is so sad. Okay, Sherry Papini. Copy. Okay, you please hold? Okay, please hold. Okay, so ID, Caught in a Lie, 2025 one season. A Young Wife, yep, episodes. The episodes aren't up yet. They'll have to go through a day. So, I mean, it definitely comes on tomorrow, which could mean, I don't know about here, but then, I don't know. ID channel. Okay, so here we go. So let's do this. Hey. I just saw her face. Don't try and hide it. Oh, they know what they're doing. New American Monster trending. Oh, what's this? I don't know. Okay, so what is... So let's just look her up. Sherry Peeny had Jodi Arias stuff come up. I don't know. I can't find it, y'all. I'm gonna have to do something better, like look on my phone. Because this is not helpful. But it comes on tomorrow, and then it comes on Max. And the way Max usually works is that 24 hours later, you can get it on there. So it's a 4-part series. So, I mean, we might be talking about it because you know it plays. Total cringe binge, right? That's going to be good. I hope they drop the whole thing at one time, though. For our sake, right? So we'll see. So if I see something, I'll post it on there. But that's it. So I'm going to hang up. I'm going to go to bed. I got to get up, go to the gym, and then start the day off tomorrow. So I hope that y'all have a wonderful Sunday evening and a wonderful Monday. Thank you for being here. Thank you, mods, for keeping the cushions fluffed. And thank y'all for hanging out and getting through I didn't have that much more to go from the thing reading, but we got through it and did a couple of other things too, and it was good to see y'all. So that is I love you. We will listen to Slow's little closing arguments here with his song, and I will talk to y'all tomorrow. Y'all have a wonderful, wonderful evening. Bye, everybody.
The pillows are fluffed thanks to Miss Emily. The couch is wide enough, join the family. It's all love while we laugh at Bert's criminalities. Hey, 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 welcome to the Sofa Squad. Sipping from the cup at hey, hey, hey. Come laugh with the Sofa Squad. Can't roll my damn eyes hard enough. Oh, please, the puppies need me. Ooh, oh, please. My body is rejecting none of that fancy credential stuff. I'm just here for the cringe binge. Hey, 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 welcome to the Sofa Squad. Sipping from the cup and hey, hey, hey. Come laugh with the Sofa Squad. Can't roll my damn eyes hard enough. Puppies need me, oh please. My body is rejecting none of that fancy credentialed stuff. I'm just here for the cringe binge. Hey, 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 welcome to the Sofa Squad. sipping from the cup that, hey, 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 come laugh with the Sofa Squad. Can't roll my damn eyes hard enough.